Before I tell you what transpired between him, the Mallam, and his friend, be careful with these so-called Mallams. Be careful with these so-called Mallams. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Early this year, when I began making these videos, someone phoned me and was seeking my assistance. I said I was ready to help, and I asked what the problem was. He said he needs assistance in studies. Whenever he's studying, he hardly understands, and whenever he writes an exam, he does not pass at all. So he needs my assistance. If I could teach him any Islamic ways or any Quranic verses he could recite to facilitate his studies, he would really appreciate it, and he is ready to pay any amount. I said, Bismillah, I'll help you if I can, but I wouldn't take any penny from you. He then narrated to me his story in seeking this help. He said he went with his friend to a so-called Mallam and gave this complaint, what he told me, and gave the complaint. Before I tell you what transpired between him, the Mallam, and his friend, be careful with these so-called Mallams. Be careful with these so-called Mallams. He went with his friend to the Mallam and gave the same complaint. So the Mallam said he could offer assistance in their studies, he could help them, and requested some amount of money from them. You know, when you do something, you are very eager, you are ready to sacrifice everything. They believed he could do it, so they gave him that huge sum of money, which I don't want to mention. The man received the money and said he's going to prepare certain things for them and scheduled a date for them to return for whatever he prepared. They were excited and left the man's place. As days went by, the date the man gave approached. They returned to the house and the man skedaddled. The man took to his heels. They couldn't find the man, and they called him Mallam. Excuse me. To my dear Muslim brothers and sisters, Christians, traditionalists, whatever, common sense, family, whoever, do not call these people Mallams. Most people sit in their rooms for dubious aims, yet we give them the appellation Mallam, Mallam, Mallam. When two people have a grudge or whatever, please, they are not Mallams. You can give them befitting names like magician, sorceress, or whatever, but desist from calling them Mallams. These are not the works of Mallams. This is the message I'm putting across. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.